lost your mind. You gotta be such a mystery for me. Blow my mind, I just can't deny. Replay in my mind of you, things you wanna do to me. Replay in my mind of you. You're gonna my reputation, I'm not gonna hide. You're gonna my reputation, I'm not gonna hide. You go free, I love everything we'll be. Cause you're gonna my reputation, my reputation.
Don't see me anywhere.
Secrets.
Yeah.
All right, we'll tell Papa that we're live.
Okay.
Don't see us anywhere, but we'll go ahead and get started.
Mayor, we can see you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got you loud and clear, and got your video.
Okay, it's solid black in here. Don't see anything. But welcome to Brewtiful Morning on Main Street in Rutherford. Thank you for joining us each Friday morning at 8:30 as we try to bring to you some information of what's going on. Big weekend, but my name is Jimmy Dancy. I'm the proud mayor of Rutherford, and I've got my dangerous sidekick with me this morning. Tell everybody your name.
Jackson.
This is Jackson with me. Come over this way. They got to see you.
Nobody is seeing me.
Hey, Jackson, are you ready for that knock joke that we talked about?
I got one.
All right, you tell me yours, and I'll tell you mine.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
911.
911 is at the door?
Yeah.
All right, I got one for you. Knock, knock.
What?
Who's there?
Who's there?
Butter.
Butter who?
Butter, let me in or I'll freeze. I guess they're in the process of calling 911.
I know. I guess they didn't like your joke.
It's not the first time. I've got a series full of dad jokes. You know that. Good morning, everybody. I'm Doug Barrick. I'm the town manager here in Rutherford, and welcome back, Mayor Dancy and Jackson.
Thank you. We had some difficulty in the studio, but we're back online. This guy's got to get over here with me, so I'm not alone. But thanks again, everybody, join us. We got a lot of stuff going on this weekend, and in fact, for the full month. So thank you for joining us and be with us each Friday morning. Hope everybody has a great day this 21st day of October, and good month, and we're getting excited about not only what's going on this week, but also next month is Christmas. We got the parade, got a lot of stuff to talk about, and I'm going to turn it over to our control room, who does an outstanding job. They do an outstanding job, don't they? Well, say yes. Yes. Well, before I go, do you have anything you want to say, Dangerous?
A joke.
Okay. One more time. Okay. Go ahead. Say it out loud.
Who's there?
Police officer.
911 was just here a minute ago. Police officer who?
Aren't you glad it's not a rest day?
I think
that was a good one, Jackson.
I think you just made that up. Did you make it up?
No, okay. Goodbye.
Okay. Everybody have a great weekend, and thanks again to our staff for getting us online and allowing us to take up some time this morning. Everybody have a great weekend. Hope to see you tomorrow, which will probably have one of the largest crowds we've ever had on Main Street in Rutherford. We want you to be a part of it. So come and be with us. Thank you.
Thanks, Mayor. Good luck wrangling Jackson this morning.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. So, yeah, Mayor Dancy, Jackson, they're always a hoot. My name's Doug Barrick. I'm the town manager here in Rutherford, and I'm going to turn over to the one that's controlling the show. Let her introduce herself this morning.
My name is Magnolia Long, and I am the Community Development Director for the town of Rutherfordton.
And we are jazzed up because tomorrow, about this time, Main Street is going to look a whole lot different.
Mm-hmm.
And starting at 10 o'clock, we will get to have our first in 3 years Rutherfordton's famous, infamous kickoff to fall Hilltop Fall Festival. So
it's a little less of a kickoff this year, but we had to reschedule it due to the hurricane. So
well, I sent a letter to Mother Nature asking her to hold off on fall until the fall festival like she normally does, but she didn't listen. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good. Yeah, the fall weather this week, I guess, is definitely here. Gosh, I'm just excited. One of the things about the festival for me is just seeing everybody kind of come together, seeing community happen out in the street. But with it being 3 years since we've had a festival, we get a chance, and you get a chance as a community to really kind of look at, understand, explore, and embrace the new businesses and the new activity that's happening on Main Street, from some of our newest businesses and newest announcements, newest growth, to those that have maybe been established for a little while that maybe you just haven't had a chance to explore. So I think it's just going to be a fantastic day. I want to say thank you to specifically Magnolia and the rest of the team here at the town and RTR. There have been multitudes of people from all of our departments: public works, police, fire, administration, library. I'm probably leaving some off, and also RTR, that have been coming together since really probably about April or so, Magnolia?
I think April's whenever we finally put it on a calendar and said that we were going to do it.
And put on the calendar. We've been coming together. We've been meeting probably about every 2 weeks. Really just having good conversations, good planning efforts to put on a festival. And the fun thing is for me is, as our staff has changed and grown, and our team that's putting on the festival this year, a lot of the team, we have some that have been around for prior Hilltop Fall Festivals, and some that this is going to be their first one. And I'm just delighted to kind of see some of the improvements, some of the flow changes. Hopefully all of our vendors have been pleased with the level of communication. Everybody that is registered as a vendor, that I just want to say thank you to them too for working through the date change with Hurricane Ivan. Everybody's got an email in your inbox. So if you are one of our vendors and you know it and you haven't seen your email yet, make sure you check your spam folder, check your junk folder. You have an email detailing your booth space, detailing that you need to come in on come up North Washington Street from either direction, north or south, and turn onto Court Street as if you're headed from North Washington to Small Town Coffee Roasters. Or if you don't know Small Town Coffee Roasters, shame on you. But if you're going from North Washington towards the post office, okay? And that's the way you're going to enter the festival. There's going to be a nice young man dressed in a police uniform there. His name is Lieutenant Joey Holland, and he is going to direct you to your booth space. So be nice to Lieutenant Holland. It will be early in the morning. He usually has a smile on his face, but if you're mean to him, he might be mean to you. So be nice to him. Tell him good morning. He'll have a map, just like we all volunteers will have, and he will direct you to your booth space. At each area on the block going up, we'll have captains there, block captains. They can help you get to your booth. If you have any technical issues, we'll have a team of folks from our public works there to help with technical issues. So we are just excited about tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that we have a whole team of staff tomorrow morning of at least 20 people that are going to be there helping direct people to where they need to be for their booths. Our public works department, who are going to be ready to go whenever there's any sort of issue with power or water. So I'm really appreciative. Oh Lord, I think Doug's getting the shirt that we're supposed to wear tomorrow. Oh, see,
and everybody will have on a shirt that looks just like this.
Yes.
So just, it'll have the if I can get it right, Riverton logo, and then on the back it just says
event team.
One town, one team, one event team, making it all happen. So only those that are associated with the event will have on shirts like this. So they may be covered up in the morning because it might be a little chilly. But as the day goes on, look for folks in shirts like this. But say good morning to Officer Holland when you come on to Court Street from North Washington. So that is the direction you need to enter, no matter where you are in the festival, unless you have been given absolute special instructions. There are a few vendors that have been given special instructions because of the size of their booth or logistics of their trailer, that kind of thing. All of the other 172 vendors need to come in on North Washington on the court. God, and I was looking at the map. I've looked at it so many times, but there's just been so many new things, and that's just so exciting for me. And it's been really cool to see the level of participation from all of our businesses. A lot of times we use the word Main Street, and we use it loosely as if we're only talking about those that are on Main Street specifically. And that's really not, in my head, how I define our Main Street area. I mean, we've got multiple blocks that go back, and, some vibrant businesses on First Street, vibrant businesses on Second, on Central, on Taylor, on Tom's. And just to see some of those participating, new businesses like Ross Consignment that's over on 2nd Street. If you haven't checked them out and seen some of the cool stuff they have for consignment in there, they have got an amazing retail space. They're going to bring some of their stuff up. They'll have a booth out on Main Street. What are some other ones, Magnolia, that have got you excited?
Well, we have on the same token as businesses, Lanice Lane has taken over the gallery. So the Impulse Art Studio is going to be participating in the festival, as well as Sunny Days, who has opened up, I guess, within the last year.
Yeah.
So, we've got a lot of participation. I'm not sure if Matt Daigle is interested, but I did save him a spot in front of Club Car.
And I heard they're going to be open.
That
the
is
smallest business on Main Street. I mean, literally all the buildings like 15 feet wide, and Matt has turned it into an amazing little kind of English bar pub, if you will. I probably butchered that, but it looks really cool in there. It looks like you should watch Parliament for a little while and just then go in. Yeah, you never watched Parliament on C-SPAN?
C-SPAN.
Yes, come on, get with
Do
the program.
people still watch C-SPAN? I mean, I feel like whenever it's like there's a big decision happening, in Congress, but
look, I know that we fought for our independence from England, but the British parliamentary process is hilarious. Like, they make it fun, or at least fun to watch. I've been to Congress before. It's cut and dry. It's just like, but they spar with each other. It's funny.
That's fun.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's take the poli-sci stuff off the wall, and let's get back on the track here.
So Christy Hauser just asked Club Car. Club Car is right next to where the factory will go on Main Street. I think it's 204 North Main Street.
Just below their offices. So just below the factory's offices on there, almost directly across the street from the former Main Street Market, which will now turn into Maples on Main. So if you're a fan follower of our Facebook page, that's a lot of F's. You saw that we shared some information on the Maples last night. They are getting geared up towards their opening of Maples on Main in the former Main Street Market location at 211 North Main Street. And Main Street Market is getting geared up for their opening of their new space at 187 North Main Street, and a beautiful space at that. You are going to, if you haven't been in Main Street Market in a while and you haven't seen some of the changes they're making at 187, next week, be prepared for their grand opening announcement, or reopening, if you will. But that space is going to be amazing. And then I lost my train of thought because there was another space that I wanted to highlight too. Oh, Christie's space right there. Christy Hauser, Mill Hill General Store. So we've had a lot of questions about the construction activity on Main Street. I know that's taken forever to get through. I mean, just be honest, it's taken a long time, but those buildings have been there for a century. And so working through the structural changes that need to happen to those buildings, the facades of the buildings at 199 and I think it's 195 North Main, it's the two buildings just north of Main Street Park, they had some facade issues, and the facades were starting to show their age. I mean, they were 100 years old. Who's somebody in your family that's 100 years old that doesn't have some type of structural issue? So the buildings were having that issue, and so the two owners came together with the town, and they removed the facades, and in doing that, realized that there were much more issues at stake there with the structural integrity of the buildings. Totally reframe those. Totally new footers, new steel, new brick that's starting to go back in. And so as soon as that's done, Christy and her family are going to be opening up the Mill Hill General Store. And so I don't know if it's too soon to release that, Christy, you're watching, but if you go to millhillgeneralstore.com, you can get a flavor of some of the soaps and handmade soaps that they're going to have available there, and just stay in touch with them because they're going to be having so much more in the store, but it'll be featuring their brand and their homemade soaps as the kind of the key feature of the store, with much other things there. So really excited to see Mill Hill General Store come to life right there next to the park.
Yeah, and I just want to give Christy a huge shout out. Like, thank you so much. I know that the town was a little devastated whenever the old legal grounds building had to come down earlier, but that's kind of a result of not taking care of your buildings and just taking that step. And I can only imagine how expensive it is, but it is so important to take care of our downtown buildings. So thank you for really saving another structure on our main street.
Yeah, and then we move into some of the food items that are going to be available. Y'all. Oh, and this year, for the first time, we're going to have a breakfast option at the festival. So the festival starts at 10, goes till 7. And I just heard from the pyrotechnics crew that the official start time for the fireworks will be 7:30 p.m. So as the festival winds down, we need you to make your way up to the courthouse lawn area. So the best viewing is going to be courthouse lawn, the legal grounds lawn, Main Street, kind of from about First Baptist Church back down to about Invigorate. That'll be the best viewing area. Okay. Make your way up there about 7:30 and enjoy. As we have brought back the Hilltop Fall Festival, we wanted to add something really fun. And so the fireworks will be there 7:30. That was the time that the pyrotechnics crew said it will be dark enough for us to enjoy a really fun show. So 7:30, be on Main Street. Even if you go home, even if you enjoy the festival, get all the fried food and fresh corn dogs from Rocky Hill Barbecue. I don't know if he's gonna have them or not, but I hope he does. I'm just dropping that because they're so good. Then come back to the festival. Or if you go, another good trick is, about 5 o'clock, if you want to go eat dinner, walk down to Copper Penny, walk down to Flyboy Pizza, walk over to Mi Pueblito. They have gone over the top with their fall decorations this year. If you haven't gone to Mi Pub and seen their kind of the Day of the Dead scarecrows and stuff, you need to go down and check it out. So walk to one of our local restaurants, enjoy dinner, and then come on back up to Main Street about 7:30 to watch the fireworks.
Absolutely. And you don't have to be on Main Street either to watch the fireworks. You are welcome to be on Taylor or Tom Street. You can be on Central Street. We really tried to work with the placement of where we're going to shoot them off to have a wide range of viewing areas.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, absolutely. what else? Oh, I talked to Lisette from Infinity Games, and she's going to be setting up tables in front of Infinity Games for people to come in and like play something. Or I know that she's also going to have raffles going on. So definitely stop by Infinity Games as well.
Yeah. And we've done this in the past, but we've been a lot more intentional about it this year. So if you are walking up Main Street, most people start down at the bottom, start at Court Street. Johnny Atkins is going to be having his car show, or have a car show. So there'll be a car show from Court Street down to Charlotte. So the parking lots of Town Hall, Broad River Water Authority, Main Street will all be stacked full of the best cars in our region. Go down and check those out. You can vote down there as well for a fan favorite. There'll be a Mayor's Choice Award. He's got trophies and awards for all different types of cars. And then between our building and the Foothills building, or IPDC, or the building on the corner, whatever you want to call it, we call it Foothills building here now, there's going to be wrestling. So no wrestling?
No more wrestling, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
With the date change, they weren't able, they had another event that they had to go to tomorrow. So, or it was like Saturday night, and they had to transport wrestling ring over there.
That was going to be so fun.
I know. I was really looking forward to it, but unfortunately, we're not going to have the wrestling show. But next year, I'm sure that we can work something out.
Kevin was wanting me to get in, and I was going to do like a drop the hammer kind of thing. Sam's been.
I hate that we missed that.
I know, but I'll make up for it. I'll be in the Duncan booth at like 3:00.
Very true. Very true.
All right. So, all right. We do have a festival schedule of events. Those will be posted. We can probably drop a picture of those on Facebook today or in the comments. But we'll have, as you enter the festival on Court Street, and as you kind of come in from the top, there you go. There's the schedule of events. Those will be printed on large scale, 3 foot by 3 foot, standing in the middle of the road on A-frame signs. So you can see kind of what's going on during the day. You can see who's in the Duncan booth. You can see what's going on 2nd Street, what's going on at the library. They're going to be having a pumpkin decorating time. They're going to have a book sale. Mm-hmm. It's just going to be a really fun day to be out on Main Street. We'll have good weather. It's going to be a little chilly in the morning, but it's supposed to warm up. It's supposed to be a beautiful fall day on Main Street, and we are just excited about that. I did see a comment about our dogs allowed. Yes, dogs are allowed. We do ask that you keep your dog on a very short leash, not a retractable leash. So less than 6 feet of a hard leash that's not retractable, so they can't just pull it out. And please, 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 please pick up after your dogs. And y'all know what I'm talking about, dog owners. There are dog stations on Main Street. They're permanent stations. The easiest one for me to tell you is at the corner of Court and North Main, right near the Woodrow Jones building. Pick up some bags. Please, 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 please pick up after your dogs. But dogs are allowed. Just keep them on a short leash, and please pick up after them.
Yeah, and in that same token, I want to re-mention the new ordinance that our town council had passed. I can't. My months are blurring together, Doug.
It was. We'll just say it was a few short months ago, and thank you for bringing that up, Magnolia. But there is no smoking and no vaping allowed during the festival. So if you need to smoke or vape, we ask that you kind of take that over to one of the side back blocks that are not associated with the festival. So on Main Street from Charlotte Road all the way up to 5th Street, anything in that Charlotte Road to 5th Street on Main Street is the festival area. No smoking, no vaping, no tobacco use. So if that's something that you feel like you need to do, just take that back to a back street, enjoy that, and then come back out onto the festival. Mm-hmm. And that ordinance, for those that I have not seen that. That ordinance applies to all of our public spaces. So parks, buildings, there's no smoking allowed on parks grounds or any of our public spaces. So the Purple Martin Greenway, Thermal Belt Rail Trail, Kiwanis Park, Crestview Park, Main Street Park. Oh, and Main Street Park. If you have not been to Main Street Park lately, you need to go by there during the festival and check out the new furniture. We have like a little living room set up right by Main Street with some benches. We call them the conversation starters. So that's set up, and then we have all new tables and chairs inside Main Street Park. They look fantastic. So in the food area, so the food area is going to be where it normally is, but just pushed up a little bit more. We will have, I believe there's seating for about 100 in tables and chairs that we've got. There'll also be 5 picnic tables up in the food area this year. And the picnic tables have been painted by none other than RS Central High School's art class. So you're going to want to check those out. They are beautiful. But I want to give them a big shout out and thank you for doing that for us, because now we have extra seating during the festival. One of the things we heard in prior festivals is the food's great, but there's not a lot of places to sit and eat. So grab your food. Main Street Park has seating for now probably around 40. There's 4 sets of tables and chairs, but there's other benches in there. So seating for probably about 40 in there. The 5 picnic tables, and then there's about 60 or so seating on the rental tables that we'll have in and around the courthouse too. So plenty of seating this year for enjoying your lunch.
And obviously this is just common sense, but we'll have trash cans nearby. So once you finish eating, please throw away your trash. We're just trying to keep this festival as clean and as pleasurable for all of our visitors and guests.
All right.
We got a question from Kevin about where is the park. I don't even know what the street address is.
First Street.
First Street, of course.
First Street.
Between Main Street and Central Street.
That's right. The gateway to Flyboy Pizza.
Yes, truly.
Truly. Oh man, I'm just looking through this list. There's going to be so many fun things on Main Street tomorrow. The other thing I would say too is, like I said, be looking out behind the booths, looking out. I think we started it and just got excited. All of our Main Street businesses that are participating in the festival, or businesses that are going to be intentionally open with things going on, we have tried to leave space in the festival area for them to be showcased. So if you're walking up the street and you see tents and vendors and really cool arts and crafts, and then there's a space and maybe no tent, look behind the sidewalk, look through that tent and see what business is there, what front door is there, and go explore that as well. So some of our businesses, I'm just going to be bluntly honest here, folks, staffing is an issue. And so sometimes it's hard for them to get, product out onto the street and be a part of that and keep the quality of retail that they want to keep inside the business as well. So some of them, unfortunately, are just not going to have the staff to take care of a great experience on the street and a great experience in the doors. But go inside, check them out. Tell them thank you for being there. See what kind of cool stuff they've got going on. A majority of our downtown businesses are participating and going to be open, and we thank them for doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then fast forward next week, Hocus Pocus night.
In the park.
The final fab of the season.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be a Halloween costume contest at Fab. They're going to have some live music by Billingsley. Fresh, some local food will be there. That's on Friday night, the 28th. The Maples on Main will have some stuff going on in their back area. So the back porch of Maples on Main, 211 North Main. And then... then our movie night at Kiwanis Park starts right at, well, I guess I'm guessing if we could do fireworks at 7:30 and it's dark enough, the movie's going to start at 7:30.
Absolutely.
Jill. I seen the comment come in. Scout's going to be selling popcorn and nuts on Main Street for the Hilltop Fall Festival, right?
No, so that's going to be at the movie in the park on the 28th. Yep.
Oh, that's right. Because see, I know I should know this. My daughter is in the pack. I should know this. I'm sorry, Jill. Sorry. the Scout Pack is actually going camping this weekend. So they will be camping and are not available to go to Hilltop Fall Festival, but they will be at Movies in the Park selling their popcorn and nuts. And so check them out. That's one of their biggest fundraisers for the year to keep our Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts active in the community. So, and the popcorn's actually really good.
Yeah, and they also just bring a really good energy because they were there for the Duck Dash Derby, and those kids are just wonderful. So I'm happy to have them back for our Hocus Pocus movie in the park.
Yeah. Love the questions, love the comments this morning. Got a comment coming in. Are there handicap accessible areas for the festival? Yes. Everything on Main Street. There's plenty of access on the sidewalks that are handicap ramps. Plenty of access. So we've moved the so in prior years, y'all knew that the tables were up on the courthouse lawn, and that was a little difficult for handicap access. We've moved the tables in the eating area down onto the main street level. So there will be tables and chairs on street level. We've moved some of the vendors out in front of the courthouse, intentionally brought those tables and chairs down to the main street level to open up viewing to the band stage and to the DJ and kind of the events that'll be going on up there. We've got a dance team that's coming. We've got the cheerleaders from RS that are coming. There's a couple of things on the schedule that'll be there. So we wanted you to have good viewing for all that. And so the tables and chairs will be there. And then obviously everything up and down the street will be open for access. I can't promise inside all of the vendor spaces that, they'll be there, but just talk to the vendors as you walk up, let them know your needs, and I'm sure they'll be glad to work with you.
Absolutely.
All right. God, this is going to be a whirlwind of 2 weeks.
It really is. Because I don't think we even mentioned it. Trick or Treat on Main is going to be on the 31st.
Halloween. Halloween day, right? We didn't
on
day that's not Halloween.
On Halloween. We thought that was fitting. But
it makes sense. That's the day that you're supposed to get dressed up, right?
Yes, yeah. But we've given you plenty of opportunities too on the 28th and on the 31st. But if you're a Main Street business, if you're a business in downtown, if you're an organization downtown and want to participate on Trick or Treat on Main, because we are expecting quite a crowd on the 31st, we have a Google form on our Facebook page. If you fill that out, we will get in contact with you about getting you a starter bag of candy, but we are expecting that you will need more than 1,500 pieces of candy to participate on Trick or Treat on Main.
Yeah, and I want to say this too, for people that are watching that are proprietors, business owners in our downtown area, please, if you are not getting newsletters, if you are not getting text messages, please reach out to Magnolia and I or Leanna Torvin Owens from RTR. One of the three of us. Send us a direct message on Facebook. Send us a direct message on Instagram with your contact information and what business you're with. We have email newsletters that go out. We've been trying to get those out on a weekly basis when information is pertinent, but usually on a monthly basis. And then we have a text message too. We know that emails get lost in the mix. We know everybody gets so many emails and it's hard to remember everything that comes in via email. So the other thing we've been doing is we'll send out a mass text message with pertinent information as it were as reminders. And so if you are not getting those text messages, please let us know. We know that's a great way to just remind you in the busyness and the craziness of the day and your business and everything that's going on. We want you to be involved. We want you to be notified. So please reach out to us so we can make sure we have your contact information. If you are somebody that frequents a lot of businesses, I'm just going to call out Kevin Lane because he's on Brewtiful Mornings every day with us. Kevin, if you got a favorite restaurant downtown, if you're asking us questions, I'm sure you're talking to the owners. People that are watching this, help us get that message out. Say, hey, the town has an email list or a text message list. Are you on it? And just encourage them to reach out to us. A lot of our businesses are, but we just want to make sure that we're not forgetting or missing out on anybody to be in the know.
And also we have the Rutherfordton Sun, which is for citizens, residents, business owners, anybody who wants to be on it. And it just
is that like a mic drop moment?
I guess.
The Rutherfordton Sun.
Yeah. But it just has overview of town events, ways to get involved, upcoming events, news, anything relevant to the town of Rutherfordton. It is normally in there.
And I heard next month there's going to be like an RTR business spotlight in the Rutherfordton Sun.
Yeah, so hopefully they just had their RTR after hours up at the carrier houses, and they had a really good idea to just ask businesses what's going on. So it's really hard for businesses to get out the information of like if they're having any sales or specials, if they're getting anything ready for the holiday season, just asking, hey, what's up, what's going on? And so they've gotten a lot of feedback and a lot of input from our local businesses. So they figured that it would be really appropriate to kind of put something together to be out in the Rutherfordton Sun. So I'm excited to see what that information is. I actually haven't been able to go through like the little sticky notes that were filled out, but I'm sure that it's going to be great information.
Yeah. All right. This is the time in the morning where we turn this thing over to you guys. There's so many folks watching. The comments are coming in. Give us your questions. Give us your comments. We're going to talk about, we're going back old school, Magnolia. So remember we used to do What's in the Cup?
Mm-hmm. What's in your cup, Doug?
Okay. I don't even really know what coffee beans are in my pot right now.
That's concerning.
It's a mix. People are going to shame me for this, but it's a mix of small town coffee roasters that was in the bottom. And forgive me, I had to leave town, so I didn't get a chance to refill that. But there was some small town coffee roaster beans in the bottom of the canister. And then I had to mix in some 8 o'clock coffee beans. So it was a mix. I've been grinding them at home here lately, and it's been going pretty good. But the creamer today's Friday, so Fridays and Sundays got to add a little bit of creamer, right? Spice up life is see, I know I'm gonna get shamed for this. Chobani's pumpkin spice.
You do not strike me as a pumpkin spice kind of person, but now that I hear it, it makes a lot of sense.
Look, I'm just going to tell you, the Chobani stuff is amazing. Y'all, if anybody follows me on Facebook, you know I love the Chobani stuff for a multitude of reasons. Love Chobani. But Food Line has like a pumpkin spice and everything nice display in the back area, and it has they have like a fridge back there with like pumpkin spice cookies, pumpkin spice everything. And they had a Chobani one. And in a weak moment, I bought it, and it is good. It is good. So I guess I can say it's not a pumpkin spice latte, so you can't go there. It's just pumpkin spice creamer.
Right.
Yes. See?
Yes, Dot. We love Chobani.
Yeah. All right. So what's in your cup? Now that I've come clean that there's pumpkin spice Chobani in my mix of coffee bean coffee.
Yeah, so I know that we've talked about it plenty on Brewtiful Mornings at some point or another, but I have cystic fibrosis and I have not been feeling great as of recently. So I've had to kind of switch up some medications, and I haven't been able to like eat a whole lot, drink a whole lot. So this is a concoction of health, basically. It's got electrolytes, it's got protein, it's got some collagen in it. So it is just I don't want to say that it's the best, most flavorful thing in the world, but it gets the job done. So it makes me have a little bit more life in me, and I'm going to need all the life I can get for this weekend for the Hilltop Fall Fest.
Yeah, Sunday is definitely going to be a day of rest, right?
I wish it was, but I'm going to a trampoline park on Sunday. So,
well,
yeah.
Let me give you a word of advice. I was just at a trampoline park, and I know we're in the same generation, but I had to drop that. Just take the trampoline easy. You know, our knees aren't what they used to be.
Yeah, there is at least 16 years in between us.
You're the one that told me when you came to work here that you were like, hey, we're in the same
It
generation.
was that
I had
one
remembered that.
study. It was that one census study.
Hey, if the census said it, it's got to be close to accurate. Lori, yes, we love Chobani. Didn't plan on going off on this tangent this morning, but I want to give a shout out because it just reoccurred. So Chobani has been a very, very, very big corporate sponsor and corporate lover, donor, whatever you want to say about how they give. But they have been faithful in the Marshall Dog Park and helping us grow that, and not just through one gift, but through annual giving in memory of Marshall Abrams. They have been amazing to work with as a company and as a corporation, and just as genuine people that care. And so this year, we will be adding some sunshades to the Marshall Abrams Dog Park. So inside the dog park area, there'll be some sunshades so that you can have some respite and some shade as you train and work with your dogs. There'll be one on either side. So one in the large dog park and one in the small dog park. And then a variety of mature shade trees. Well, I say mature, larger shade trees that will kind of begin to shade the dog park area. So that's some of the biggest feedback that we get from dog owners, is that we wish that the dog parks had more shade. We agree, and we've heard you, and Chobani is helping us reach that goal. So I can't remember the number. Dot probably remembers more than I, but I want to say there's like 6 or 8 trees. I can't remember. We staked them out, but a lot of trees around the perimeter of the fencing area to provide some shade and some color in the park. And those will be coming in the next couple weeks. The shade structures are here. They're ready to be installed. So in the next couple weeks as well, our team will be getting those shade structures in. So really excited about that, and just glad that we can continue to improve the park. If you have 6, I think 6, 8, somewhere in that neighborhood, they'll look really good. Mixture of all different types of trees. And so again, excited about that. And then at the same time, we'll be adding trees back around the adventure playground at Kiwanis Park. Many of you know we had to unfortunately lose a few trees earlier this year. Paul Rodriguez stepped in, did some beautiful art carvings there. We've got some mature shade trees that'll be coming back to the play area. We lost a tree up near the parking area. That's going to be replaced as well. So please do. We've got, if you haven't been over there to the Marshall Dog Park, it's inside Kiwanis Park, right off the Purple Martin Greenway near 7th Street. And we've got a large dog play area and then a smaller dog play area. You choose which one you want your dog to be in, but they're there for either size.
We got a question from Kevin a little bit ago about who is going to be in the dunking booth. And yes, it is listed on the event schedule. We did have a lot of changes to the event schedule kind of last minute. Because of the date change, we had to confirm everyone and everything that was going to be on it. So it was literally just finalized this morning. So I know Doug mentioned that we were going to have it printed to be out in the festival, but unfortunately that does not give Associated Printing enough time to get it printed. So it'll be on our social media. So please share it. If you see somebody at the festival who doesn't know that there's an event schedule, please let them know about it. I have no idea where Doug went. He just left. He is done with Brewtiful. Oh, he's back.
Oh, I'm coming back.
Okay.
I'm coming back. I'm just going to let folks know it's going to be a cold day for some of our folks in the dunking booth. And, it's not easy getting people to agree to be dunked. That's a good cause. It's a good cause. I mean, it's going to shop with a cop. So in order to entice folks to our dunking booth and to ensure that the competition is fair, those that are going to be dunked, I want to say a big thank you to them and let them know that they are not alone, that we are arming them So I'm not going to say you're going to get squirted if you come by the dunk booth. But if you just got a rocket arm and all 3 of your balls are dunking these folks, second or third time might be a little more difficult. All in good fun for Shop with a Cop. Seriously, huge thank you to those that have agreed to be in the dunking booth. We've got a great mix of local celebrities, coaches. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And we have multiples of these. So that's why I was going to grab them. You know, if we get somebody that does like a sneak attack and tries to steal one out of the Duncan booth, we'll have more. Don't worry.
Scouts honor, always got to be prepared.
Be prepared. Got to be prepared.
All right, Doug, do we have anything else? I got to get out on Main Street and start marking off the booth spaces.
Yeah, I got to get over to the basement of Woodrow Jones, get some of the stuff out from there, start getting booth stuff put together, and it's gonna be a good day. I don't know that I have anything. If anybody has any last minute questions, be glad to field those before we hop off. But movie night, yes, Dot. I don't know if you came in late, but on the 28th will be Hocus Pocus movie night. Movie's starting about 7:30 over in Kiwanis Park. And I'm just going to say it's not too early. We know that the Christmas season comes upon us very quickly. Get your calendars out, get out a notepad real quick. I want you to write down a couple of dates. I want you to write down Saturday, December the 2nd. I'm going to make sure that these are all right, okay? See, that's why I got the phone out. Saturday, December the 3rd. Saturday, December the 3rd. You want to write that down. That's going to be the annual Spindale Rutherford Christmas Parade and Rutherford tree lighting of the largest living natural Christmas tree in North Carolina. Prove us wrong. Then on more information to come, but on December the 15th, RTR is going to be doing a special night in downtown Rutherford. And then on the 22nd of December, I was listening to Lieutenant Holland and Chief Engel from the police department. They had a conversation with Chief Harrell from the fire department. And somehow they had got a message from the North Pole that Santa will be coming to Rutherford, to all of Rutherford, on the 22nd, just to see who exactly is being naughty and who's being nice. So more information to come on that, but I understand that Santa is going to be taking a little bit of a drive through on the 22nd, just to double check that list, to look at where he's going to be landing, look at what gifts he's going to be giving out, and making sure that the naughty list is right and the nice list is right. So that's going to be on the 22nd, from what I understand from the Chiefs. So be on the lookout for Santa that day. More information to come on that. We've got some little elves that are working with the North Pole on coordination and logistics, but I understand he's coming that day. I don't know if maybe Magnolia is taking a call from the North Pole now.
It is not the North Pole, but it is Corey, and he's wondering if we should put the tables out on the courthouse lawn.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, Kevin, I think that's why Santa's coming. I think he just needs to see for himself what exactly is going on Brewtiful Mornings.
Yeah, and so first, I know that I've been receiving a ton of calls about the Christmas parade. Right now, I'm up to here with Hilltop, so we really haven't had the opportunity to really sort out all of the weeds and information about the change in the Christmas parade this year, because the Spindale Public Works Director really was like the driving force behind the Christmas parade. So we are still in the process of working through that, but we promise as soon as we know something, we will get all of that information out. And Jill, thank you for asking about Paint the Town. We are going to do this again this year. Last year, we partnered with the Our Essential Art class, and they came in and painted the windows. But I'm sure that if there's some families that wants to participate and paint the town, that we could absolutely make that happen.
Yep. All right, folks. Fantastic Friday. Check for those that are vendors, for those of the vendors that are there. I said at the beginning of the show, if you're watching now, if you know a vendor, please check your email, check your spam folder, check your junk folder. You have got all the information you need, all the details. Can't say it enough. North Washington Street to Court Street, headed towards Small Town Coffee Roasters, towards the post office. That's where you want to be coming in. You want to come in that direction. Even if you're with the car show, come in. We'll get you geared down towards the car show. If you're a vendor, we'll get you geared up to your block captain. And it's going to be a fun day.
Absolutely. Oh, and then Christine, yes, thank you. You are welcome to do Christmas shopping at Hilltop. But also, the farmers market is coming back to Rutherfordton in the winter, starting
November 5th. November 5th.
November
first
5th.
First and third Saturdays. November 5th, coming to you live from the Woodrow Jones Community Hall, a.k.a. the old post office at the corner of North Main and Court.
Yeah, so you will have plenty of opportunity to get your Christmas list knocked out.
Yes. And I want to tell y'all, I know they're filling up fast, but an amazing Christmas gift. If you're struggling, you know, if it's been one of those years, you're like, what do I get somebody? What do I get somebody this year? They've got everything, right? Especially for ladies, for your sons, your daughters, your hunters, your husbands, some father-son bonding time, some grandfather-son bonding time. Check out Night Owl Ironworks in their classes. They have got some really fun classes that are, one, you get to do some really fun hands-on stuff, but you could get to create some really cool stuff. A couple of years ago, I did their railroad spike to knife class, and you actually start with this, right? And then it turns into your custom made knife and little display, right? But the knife is sharp enough you could use it for whatever, you know, knife thing you want to. And then they've got leatherwork stuff. So check them out. They're over on North Cleghorn Street, just before you get to Public Works on the right-hand side. They've got a website, Night Owl Ironworks. They've got a Facebook page. They've got really fun classes. They've got really fun activities to do over there. Check them out as a, yeah.
Look how worn this is. Good Lord. I just need to get one of these new ones.
Look at, I mean, it's all worn down, but it's like the more worn it gets, the, you know.
Yeah.
They got great stuff. Their wallets, their little thin wallets. I know those are kind of the rage now, but they've had them out for a while. They'll customize them for you. They've got an engraver. So if you got, you know, a favorite sports team, you probably don't want to do the Panthers right now. I'm not saying that because I'm a bandwagon fan looking for a new team, but
Go Bills.
You can do little sayings. If you have your own personal sayings, they can engrave them in there. Just shout out to them. Really cool seeing the work that Jordan and
Rachel.
Yeah. Really cool. Check them out for that kind of stuff. Really neat gift idea for an experience.
Mm-hmm. All right. I guess we'll see everybody tomorrow morning, Main Street, Rutherfordton, at our Hilltop Fall Festival.
Yeah, and I think we talked about it before, but as we get out of here, some food options. Mimi's Grill is going to be having breakfast.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome.
Breakfast items. I know it's 10 o'clock, but breakfast items. Pietro's Pizza. Eli's Chicken. Sweet Things by Jana. Sweet Things. If you hadn't seen the Sweet Things bus, you need to be there. Serendipity Rocky Hill Barbecue. A lot of good food options. Rutherton Fire and Rescue with their roasted corn. So many options on the roasted corn.
And don't forget about our restaurants in Rutherfordton, Copper Penny, Flyboy, Rutherford Thai, Mi Poblito. Is Main Street Market going to be open?
I don't think so. I know that they're wanting to open next week. I don't think they're going to be open during the festival. They've had some personal issues going there. They've had a loss in the family and the move. From what I remember, I think they're going to open next week. But I'm telling you, with the new door that's there, if you haven't seen the new storefront, just go peep your head in the window. Don't leave fingerprints to give them something else to do. Just kind of peep your head in. It's gonna be kind of neat to see all the fun stuff they're gonna have there.
Thank you, Ginger.
Thanks, Ginger. All right. Happy Friday, everybody.
See you tomorrow at Hilltop.
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet.